Right at it. Right at it. Oh, he's done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 166 of the Go Get That podcast. And it is a preview of the season finale. Sedgefield Country Club, the field that no one wants to be in, but some have to be in. And that's the situation we are in currently. However, it is a pretty strong field this year because you have the Ben Griffins of the world who wouldn't be playing if it wasn't a Ryder Cup year. Trying to play his way onto the team, which I think is ridiculous. But he's on the outside looking in as well, I think, right now. So yeah, I think that there was some rigging going on, putting him with Keegan. I think the odds are stacked against Mr. Griffin. I don't think the golf gods want Mr. Griffin on a cup team. I think that's why they put him with Keegan, because he's not playing great golf right now. And I'm rooting for him. I'm not rooting for him in the sense that we need people to shit down their pants for Spieth to make the team, but
yeah.
I hope he proves the haters wrong. I think people like him and Spawn are players who will contribute to the team. They got pretty solid games, so Spawn more so just because he's a really good putter. But Ben Griffin's a dog, man. I think he's a stud. So hopefully he plays his way on if Spieth doesn't. But regardless, I think that's my Ben Griffin tangent. Here we are. Talked a lot about the Wyndham on yesterday's podcast. Mr. Carp is at an arcade, so he's not here. I think he's with his little brother. I got caught up. So
it's a well-earned.
Plenty of episodes he's covered for us. So
to the beach, yeah. Wyndham week. I guess it's better that we're here in the position we are in than being here in the position someone like a Fowler is in.
We've been there.
Yes. Sadly we have, but plenty to play for this week. It's actually, I mentioned this on kind of the open recap pod, but I've got the stat in front of me now here. It's the third strongest regular PGA Tour event of 2025. Yeah. So it's kind of the best of the rest, because the other two were the Scottish and Phoenix, which are basically signature events. They just don't have the title of being as such, but you mentioned it. It's a good field. It's probably not this good of a field if the Ryder Cup isn't this year. But guys like Griffin and I guess Novak to a lesser degree, but playing with Bradley this week. Other guys kind of chasing the US spots also in the field. I know Fitzpatrick's in the field, Wyndham Clark's in the field, Adam Scott, Batia. So there's certainly some intrigue this week in regards to who can kind of make a move towards those Ryder Cup teams and whatnot. But
it's funny because there are four. Let's talk some Ryder Cup real quick because that really plays into a lot of what this week is. Let's see how many actual locks there are. Let me just look. I assume there's like 8 or 9.
Yeah, I've got the list here in front of me here. I can read them off if you'd like.
Would
you like Europe or would you like US?
Let's start with the US. So
US, Mr. Scheffler.
Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Schauffele.
Lock.
Spawn.
Lock.
Henley.
Lock.
DeChambeau.
Lock.
Mr. English.
Lock.
Thomas.
Lock. That's kind of where it gets interesting. Because I do not think Colin Morikawa is a lock. If Colin Morikawa is a bad playoffs, I don't think there's anyone advocating for him. I don't know if I see them leaving him at home.
No, he'll be there. I don't
I
think he's a lock though, but he's like one of those where it's like he'd have to have this whole thing gets flipped upside down if like Wyndham Clark wins
That's what I was just gonna say. There are
or
four
Spieth
or five
wins.
guys
Yeah,
on the outside right now that if they win any of these next few weeks are a full blown lock. And Spieth is on that list.
yeah.
I'd say probably Spieth, Griffin,
Hmm.
Keegan, Burns, Clark. I think Cantley's on the team already.
Yeah. I would say
I think
Goddard.
Cantley's a lock. Cantley's a lock. I do believe Cantley's a lock. I don't think Cantley's even in the realm of conversation of being left.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. I think if
I think he's well more of a lock than Morikawa.
Harmon or McNeely won, they would also be there.
I think I would agree with that as well. So it's
Um,
really those guys, the McNeely, Harmon, Novak.
Cantlay, Burns, Clark.
It's those three that I'm looking at. Like if they win, you almost can't leave them at home.
Right. I would
So
say the
if
same.
you get if you get a McNeely win this week and Brian Harmon takes down the field in Memphis, all of a sudden this team looks really different.
Yes.
Um, Not to mention the tour championship being like a factor because if someone wins that, you're not going to leave them. I mean, literally any of the next 4 weeks, one of those guys wins, it's disaster scenario for Spieth's chances.
Right. Very
Um,
much so. I mean, didn't even mention like Chris Goddard, who's made a massive charge the last
oh yeah, Gotterup's a lock, I think.
kind of month and
I think
feels like,
Gotterup after his week last week probably locked himself up.
yeah.
So I
And
think
I think,
it's 9, 10 locks ish.
yeah. So it's 2 to 3 spots.
Yeah.
And Spieth
I think
feels
I
pretty
think you
far
could
down
make
the
a
list on that.
case. I think Morikawa. I'll give Morikawa and Cantley each half a spot of a lock because one
Okay.
of them will be there for sure.
Yeah.
They're not
It's
both getting
it's
left at home.
hard. Cantley's been so quiet this year, but it feels like he's been better than Colin,
Yes, Colin's
interestingly
been a
enough.
no-show.
Um, I'm actually looking at the European team as well. That feels super set. Like
Yeah, I agree.
there's nothing about Team Europe that
Is going to
isn't
change.
doesn't read Rory, Bob Mack, Fleetwood, Hatton, Lowry, Straka, Højgaard, Rose, Aubert, Hovland, Fitzpatrick. Well, I guess then it's kind of like Matt Wallace or Tom Dietrich.
I don't think it's either. I think it's wrong.
Oh yes. Well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
I think
totally
it's Fitz
forgot
and
about
wrong.
him.
So
Yeah, I mean that's
I mean,
a really solid team, man.
I guess I could see if Rye or Norgard wins, I could see them passing Fitz.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick's been, I mean, he was there at the Open though, like that.
I don't think Olsen. If Olsen won last week, he wasn't getting on the team.
No, I mean, Europe, I think is the
I think if Neargard Peterson wins, he's on the team
over
over
Højgaard.
Fitz. I think over Fitz.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
think Højgaard's locked himself up, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think Fitzpatrick has been playing a lot better as of late, and
I think if
obviously,
Nikolai wins, he's on.
uh, yeah, I guess I haven't paid
But
too much attention to his
it
season.
really is only one spot.
It's one spot, one to
Yeah.
maybe 2 spots, but that seems
And it just doesn't really feel like any of those Danes or Rye are going to pull it off. So
no. And you look at the team and you feel like, man, like yeah, they've all had pretty darn good seasons. And you look at the American side and it's like, yeah, Scheffler, I mean, Schauffele's been
they're a better
quietly
team.
really good.
They're not as talented, but they're certainly a scarier group of 12 guys. They're not
Yeah,
nearly as talented.
I mean, yeah, the US team just kind of just lacks the name power, I think. And maybe that's what this is about, right? It's getting some new blood in there to start creating those names. But it's very Scheffler, Schauffele heavy. Obviously, Bryson's a big get. I like Harris English, Henley, Spawn. Like I think these are good players. Um,
Henley scares me a bit just because of how long the golf course is.
I don't disagree, but
But you could make the same case about Sep. Sep's
I
gonna kind
think
of
you
cancel out
could,
there.
yeah, and you could protect Henley a little bit. Like you could
Yeah.
put him in,
Henley will probably only play 2 matches.
yeah, I think he's in a four ball. Like it's just see how many birdies you can make. Or shoot, or you pair him with
I I
Bryson if you feel like you have a good
I think he's
strategy.
probably a foursome guy, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean if there's certain tees that just works better that way, pair him with somebody pretty
Yeah.
long and go from there. Um,
But it's funny because we thought that it was down to 2 spots 4 months ago, and that's just kind of what makes Ryder Cup years so fun. Is now the names we're talking about are completely different. Um,
yeah, it's certainly flipped
so
on its head. I mean, a lot of guys have made a charge recently, and I think that's good for the US. But just not, there's certainly some,
someone's gonna win one of these next 4 weeks. That's gonna throw a wrench into
yeah,
it.
I agree.
I don't know which team it's gonna be on,
I
but
kind of think Wyndham Clark is due, and
that would stink.
that's a little scary, I think, if I mean, obviously from our perspectives and preferences, but he's playing really well. Um, so
Yeah.
that one I think I actually might go change my triple double around a little bit to get him in there, or maybe save him for one of the next few weeks. But he's starting to play some good golf again. So we'll see. Big week for I think you kind of mentioned it. All these next 4 weeks are huge for the Ryder Cup. But the final two won't matter if these next two don't go well for Mr. Spieth. So starts with a good finish here at Sedgefield. We were kind of going over it last night. He's got the loss in the playoff to Reed in 13. And aside from that, it's a made cut, did not finish, a T72 and an MC. So certainly a lot to be kind of desired out of the history, but actually we talked about this a little too, but it's kind of a fun course. Like it is what it
I
is,
enjoy
but
it.
um you know what you're getting and it provides a it's not I was gonna say a challenge, but it's not like a hard golf course. It's just like it requires a little bit of creativity. I think you different players can win here. Like you can have different styles of winning. Obviously, it usually turns into a bit of a putting contest, but depending on how it plays, if the wind picks up a little bit, have to kind of golf your ball around here. So, um, should be kind of a fun week and an interesting week. Lots of storylines with the Ryder Cup and the playoffs on the horizon as well. So that always adds a little extra element to it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting because you look at the course and again, like you make the joke like wedge field and it's like but this you're never going to see this tournament get to 22 under either, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean it requires certain conditions, which actually sadly we might get this week because I think it's supposed to rain a little bit, but no, it's definitely not like you have to play pretty well to get to the 20s. But
Yeah.
I am gonna check that on Data Golf because I think there was one year that recently that it got up there pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. So okay, so last year was 18 under with Mr. Rye. I was reminded that last year was the Kuchar like
Yes.
took his sweet time finishing and didn't finish until
Classic.
whatever. So that was good. Man, Spieth missed the cut by 2 shots last year. Trying to pull up 2023. So Glover got to 20 in 23.
Forgot Glover one year. He went back to back.
22, Tom Kim won at 20, but he beat everybody by 5.
I remember
Um,
that. That was a scratch gamblers outright.
21 was Kisner at 15.
That was a chilling event. 6-man playoff.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. 21, or excuse me, 20 was Jim Herman at 21.
I remember that. What a weird
Poston,
name.
19, 18, Snedeker, 17. Yeah, so in the most recent years, it's if you get to
Been
20, I
respectable.
think you feel pretty good about your
Yeah.
chances to win. Um, but it certainly requires, I mean, you're trying to shoot 4 or 5 under every day out here. So,
Right. Yeah. Um,
um,
you can score very poorly very quickly if you're not playing well. But
yes,
if you're
I think
playing
that's a
well,
fair take.
if you're playing well, you're going to shoot good scores here, and I think that's fine. Has a 59 been shot here? No,
Yes.
has it? Who was it?
I believe it was Snedeker.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sneds,
was. Yeah,
little throwback there.
Mr. Pop Stroke
Yes, pop stroke around Wedgefield usually works pretty well.
does
Um, yeah, I'm just looking through these. I mean, all of the winners here had like a round in the low 60s.
low 60s. Okay, that's
Like
right up.
62 from Stenson in 17. Snedeker had the 59 and 18.
It's right
Mike
up Speed's alley.
was a 62 from Poston. Jim Herman shot a 61 on Saturday and 20. Kisner was the only one where he was straight 66s.
That's
Um,
chills.
and yeah, 6-man playoff over Adam Scott, Kevin Na, Brandon Grace, Roger Sloan, and Siwoo. Um, let's see, 20.
Siwoo's a course horse here. I'm happy to have him in the triple double, even though I'm spoiling.
Yeah, well,
Easy
there you
to
go. Let's see, Tom Kim had a 61. Yeah. So really like one day you got to shoot something in the low 60s. You got to take it 7, 8, 9 deep. If you want to be really, really in the hunt come Sunday. I don't think Mr. Spieth has that in the bag.
no, no. Spieth will not win the golf tournament this week, unfortunately.
Oh,
Um,
and that's disappointing.
but that's okay because you don't. That's not really the goal this week. Well, it is, but um, there are some must-haves this week, and the must-have is a score better than like 8 or 9 under.
Yeah, it's got to be a
It's got
respectable
to be a
answer.
top 10, top 15 range.
I'd agree. And I
So,
think to that point, like the and just in terms of getting to the BMW, which is
who
obviously
else is it you'd like?
The Ryder Cup is the main goal, but getting to caves is kind of the underlying sort of bare
Well, they
minimum
kind of
goal.
go hand in hand, right? Do you see a way he misses caves and makes the team? There might be a
No,
scenario, but
no,
I don't think it's likely.
no. If he doesn't get to caves, he's not on the team. But I think there's
I'll
plenty of
say this. I'll
ways he
say
gets to
this.
caves
I'll
and
say
he's still
this.
not on the team anyway.
JT missed the playoffs and got in. And Spieth is playing better golf this year than he was.
True. I think there's a lot of other
I think the
guys also playing better
I
golf.
think the boys club is a little bit more. That card could be played. You can't bank on it, but it very much could be played. But I think the scenario would be all those guys we talked about having really poor next few weeks. So, and you can't count on that because a lot of them are playing really good golf. So
Not exactly. And I
it's
to
gonna have to be an appearance at the BMW for
for
this to
sure. And it is unfortunately most of that is going to have to come at Memphis. Like it's got to be an elite week here
That's his.
at
Yeah, that's kind of course he plays well too.
yeah, which is fine, but for the folks that are looking to lock up BMW or Tour Championship spots, like it's not necessarily going to come this week.
No, no, it's a
Um,
fourth of the points.
it would be it would have to be a solo four or better to feel really good about being
Yeah,
at the BMW for sure, regardless of Memphis. So
right.
it's gonna have to be a couple good weeks back to back. And then I think if you really want to feel like you've got a decent to good case for the Ryder Cup, it's got to be some serious contention one of these next 3 weeks or so. And just haven't had a taste of it. And we kind of mentioned it at the open recap. Like he just hasn't played a lot of golf in the past 2 months. Or I guess the past more like the past 6 weeks. And that's kind of unfortunate because he was really starting to find his stride uh
Yeah.
mid-June, end of June, and obviously uh life kind of goes on. That injury uh is certainly tough now because not getting any points for a signature event and going and playing well. But here we are, another chance, another opportunity to kind of get some things in gear. Um, Off early Thursday, which is chills. It's nice to be back on some more full field East Coast times with the 7:20 a.m. start on Thursday.
Ugh.
Uh, yeah, nothing like turning on ESPN Plus at that hour. But should be fun. I'm not sure how much more I have on speed through the course of the Ryder Cup, to be honest with you. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think that you touched a lot of the points pretty well. I mean, it's a big week, but it's really all like to get ready for next week. To
yeah.
feel good about how if he's going to get to BMW, I need to see a top 20 at the minimum because he's got to be playing good golf going into next week. This tournament requires a lot of accuracy. It's probably the biggest, if I had to guess on data golf, biggest need is accuracy. Um, so that's right up Spieth's wheelhouse, of course.
Let
Um,
me pull it up here.
I
Yeah,
mean,
accuracy is absolutely massive here. Approach play, around the green play, and then distance doesn't matter at all, really. But um, can you name, according to Data Golf, can you name the most similar golf course?
I bet it's weird, huh?
It's an interesting one. I would not there the one in second place makes sense, but the one in first
What's
place,
the one in
I
second place?
Cromwell, TPC River Highlands.
Hmm.
But the one in first is not what I would expect.
Pines matters for distance. So it can't be that one. Um, Colonial?
It is not Colonial. Colonial is Colonial's 32nd out of about 95.
I'm trying to think what requires really good golf shots and distance doesn't matter.
Can tell
Uh,
you that it is not Bethpage Black. That is last.
that's weird. I'll take one more guess. How about the How about Scotland?
Renaissance Club is not the
Yeah.
Renaissance Club.
Oh,
I will scroll through and see where the Renaissance Club is.
tough guesses from the kid.
No, yeah, not yeah, the Renaissance Club 87th. It is actually TPC Sawgrass.
Hmm.
They overlap quite well, according to Data Golf. Which doesn't make a lot of sense just thinking about it off the top of my head. TPC Twin Cities is in third, followed by Innisbrook, Eastlake. Muirfield Village is actually sixth.
I was thinking Innisbrook.
Innisbrook
And
is
I was like,
fourth. Troon is 12th. Southwind 14th. So Harbortown 17th. I mean, it's got it is sort of a unique mix of different things, but you did mention accuracy, and that is the main uh
yeah,
that's the important factor this week. You missed the ball. It's not that the rough is US Open unplayable, but it's certainly some of these pins can be a little bit more difficult to attack from the rough. So playing out
yeah,
of the fairway is key. I'm gonna pull up the weather here really quickly because if it's wet and hot, that rough will be thicker and certainly a bit more penal. Yeah, so it's gonna rain Thursday, and it's gonna be a little steamy. So got to keep the ball in play. My guess is they'll be playing it down this week as well for a good chunk of it. So, um, fairways, fairways, fairways. But ultimately, like you said, in a position where it's just about making Southwind kind of as easy and as stress free as possible. And starting to carry some momentum into Memphis, but then also Baltimore, and then hopefully on to um Eastlake. Because I think if he makes Eastlake, some pretty good play would have to be,
yeah.
delivered. And I that would
Eastlake has not been visited very often.
Eastlake, no, Eastlake has not hosted the Spieths a lot in recent years. I guess
Was
it
it
was in
twice
21,
in the
22,
last state?
but uh yeah, it has not been
It's got to be a little better than that.
inviting as of late. But who knows? I mean, I don't really know what to expect this week. I feel like it's got to be decent, but it could also be a missed cut.
Yeah,
Um,
I could see either.
I don't think I haven't seen enough flashes to think anything close to
No,
an elite week or, leading
unfortunately,
come Friday night or whatever, but
would be chills.
that would be chills. But that just seems so far removed from how the entire season has gone. Um,
The Open was pretty poor.
yeah, just for his level, it's pretty meh. I was just looking at his numbers kind of before. He drove the ball fine. Uh, Approach play was not good, and putter and short game were like it just was kind of icky all the way around, and leads to a kind of icky result. So hopefully some better stuff this week. Shall we get into triple double?
Sure. It's interesting one of the names that you have because this is your first name is someone that Mr. Schlehuber was begging to be on the card this week.
Hmm. I guess I'll
Yes.
lead off then. With Ricky Fowler.
He's playing well.
Is playing well. He's playing better, I suppose is probably the better way to put it. Um,
Most likely.
and why not? I don't know. He's sort of flirted with some good weeks. He's won more recently than Spieth, and like it just seems like a guy that not that he's gonna win, but could have a decent week and add another storyline, and maybe he makes a late charge for the Ryder Cup. Um, so Flower for sure, and then I'm going Batia and Adam Scott, actually the other two guys in Spieth's
Yeah.
threesome because I feel like that's how these weeks kind of go. Batia was the leader after 54. He would have won on the Live Tour if that was
Good luck with Batia.
at
Good luck.
the Twin Cities, but not his week
Was
there.
one of the worst rounds I've ever seen in my life, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it was pretty poor on last Sunday, but good course fit. At this point, I'm so far back, I have to win out basically. So I
I
might
don't
as
even
well
know if that gets it done for you.
throw all of the big names in. Is it even possible for me to storm back into the contest? Um, it may not be. I may be eliminated. I might have that little E next to my name. Um, but we'll see. Got to give it a shot. Well, no, it's not over. I basically have to pick the top three every week from here on out. Um, so we'll give that a go. But Ricky, Batia, Adam Scott,
There's a fat E next to Elise's name.
yes, yes. Elise
Elise's
ejected
last
a
pick
long time
was
ago.
Scam Young at the Genesis.
That's fitting
It
to end the
is
triple double career with Cam Young.
a tough one to go out with.
No, yeah, that's pretty brutal, actually. Because we know how much she loves Cam Young.
We do.
So,
We do.
I don't know if you
Um,
want to, yeah, jump straight into yours. Do you have an interesting
Speaking of
trio?
Elise, stealing her pick. I don't even know why she's picking this person. But she likes Echeverria a lot this week. So I'm going him towards the bottom of the board. Um, Grio. I've been kind of hot on or high on for a few weeks now. He's been like okay. I'm waiting for him to pounce. So hopefully he pounces this week. And then Siwoo Kim, just a course guy. Apparently course history matters here more than like almost everywhere else on tour. I don't think it's number one, but it's up there.
That's
So
it's a big factor for sure. You play well here, you'll always kind of play well here.
yeah. Or in Spieth's case.
Well, it's a different guy from in 2019 compared to 2013. So,
Yeah. No, I meant more so when you don't
oh,
play well,
yes,
you
yes,
know.
the opposite end of the spectrum. Yes, play poorly here. You continue to play poorly.
Yes, yes.
That is well said. I can't wait for the inevitable six on 15, the like 520-yard par five.
Five that you can go in the water in many different ways, and he
Yes,
has found
exactly.
all the ways.
Yeah.
It's a 280 carry to cover the stream on the left, but that snap put comes into play once a year.
I mean, just like the one bad tee ball he hits all week is on that hole, and it's always a snap hook, and it
Yeah.
always, I think in 2019, he hit one there, and I didn't even realize the creek was in play back then. It was one of those where it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
No, it's very fair.
there's a creek on this hole.
Yes. It's one of the longer drivers of the golf ball, but 280 is a tall ask on that hole. So he's done a lot of funny things here.
Yeah. The
He's had a lot of interesting times here. I
yeah,
mean, he,
there's OB on the property that you don't know about until you
yeah,
kind of follow a Spieth round. Um, 14 has OB left, 18 has OB right. And you don't,
14 OB was one of the greats.
yes, that was one of the most predictable OBs.
That was back when he'd fire one OB every single time he was getting something going.
Yes. Yeah, it was five birdies followed by an OB. Um, those were the
Classic.
days for sure.
Those were more fun days.
Well,
I think they were.
argue potentially. I mean,
There was
the
false hope every week. There was a reason to,
true.
get up.
Yeah, I mean, this year's offered some decent stuff though. It
I
just
mean, he's
hasn't
had
been.
he's had years of like different identities. I mean, 2019, I mean, he hit the ball like a 20 handicap and made every 50 footer he looked at. And then there was one year, maybe like 2018 or yeah, 2018 where or maybe this was just the beginning part of 2019 where he literally led after the first round
Yeah,
or was like
19.
within two like every tournament to the start of the year.
Yeah. Somebody pulled that stat the other day. He was 10th in Thursday scoring and second in Friday scoring average. And then like outside the top 170 on the week, both weekend days. It's like
He even
Jesus.
led for a brief moment at the Genesis that year, I think.
Yes. I
And
think
then
he might
shot
have
80 something, I believe, in the final
yes,
round.
80, yep, 81 on Saturday, I
A
believe.
10 on 10.
Yeah. That a low moment after the 65
Ping
on Thursday to
ping
kick
pong
off the
around the
week.
10th green. That was depressing.
Yeah. What a
You remember
trip
the
down
old
memory lane.
you remember the old like PGA Tour app when like the it wasn't circles and squares, it was colors, like for
I'm not
birdies and
sure that I
bogeys.
do.
Like a birdie would be bright blue,
Oh,
a
okay. Yeah,
bogey
yeah,
would be
yeah.
yellow,
Yep.
and that 10th hole was just a dark brown box. A brown because it would get darker with every more over par you went.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh, it was
great.
unbelievable.
That's a fitting
And
color.
I think he bogeyed like the next hole too. So it was just like it was like a few birdies on the front. Like I think he wasn't contending, but like he had an outside shot to win still. Like you were invested in the round, and then the back nine's just dark brown and
Yeah, 10,
yellow.
it starts 10-6 and it's like okay, out of the picture.
Right? Yeah.
Um
That's
man, it's been a lot of years. He turned we didn't even mention it, but he turned 30
yeah. A lot
uh
of good memories.
32 on
A lot of
Sunday.
not good memories, but a lot of good memories.
He's an old man now. So there's only, I guess it is only year one of 15. But,
Yes, yes, that's important to
all right,
note.
that is always important to keep in mind. Year one of 15, plenty of good things to come. So Siwoo, Griot, Echeverria for you. Fowler, Batia, Scott for me. Bezadenhout, Glover, Noren for the leader, Jordan, who Lucas Glover's going to play pretty well this week in my estimation. So this thing could be wrapped up pretty quickly
We're gonna
here.
need Lucas Glover to get ran over by a bus if we have a chance.
Well, yeah, maybe Lucas Glover can avoid I don't know. We get a Scheffler.
Well, something that's really unfortunate for our hopes that may actually mathematically eliminate us is it's guaranteed money in the next 2 weeks.
True. Yeah, we might
I
be
think
cooked.
I think you're done, and I think I need what you talked about probably
Maybe, but
because he's gonna keep getting
Jordan, yeah,
money.
yeah, but he could limit it to like 100 grand, you know? Like he just picks guys that
Yeah,
just have a brutal week.
and I'll probably have to have like a
You'll have to get the winners for sure. But we're closing in on our I'm probably done. But
yeah. You'd have to beat him by on average like let's say he
three
gets
three
to
million a week.
27. Yeah, 3 mil a
That's
week.
that's asking a lot. I don't think I have that
Is
in the bag.
what does 1, 2, 3 add up to this week?
Probably 6.
6 million?
Yeah. Oh, this week.
Can't be.
No,
Has
it's
to
probably
be.
2.5
Yeah.
but I think the playoffs are about 6.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So 2.5, 6, 6. Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, this would be an incredible week for the Wyndham if you got a top three of Fowler, Batia, Scott.
it would be an interesting top three.
Yeah, it would be quite the duel on Sunday.
I don't know why Jordan is taking someone like Scott though. Like I feel like he'd go with the people who like are guaranteed to like top 25, you know?
Oh, well, I'm taking Adam Scott.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Because you have to be more risky.
Yeah, he's got Bezaid, Hoot, Glover,
Yeah, those two will play well. Who's his third?
and
Norin?
Alex Noren.
Yeah, he's got a low floor, but never
Yeah,
know. He's
I
playing.
think he feels pretty comfortable where he's at in the triple double.
Yeah, sorry, we probably shouldn't be giving any advice.
Yes, yeah, we've I feel like you've had a decent year. I was looking at our numbers from last year, and I know that there's some signature events and stuff, but I think I
There were some
finished
missed weeks
around
which hurt me.
28, 29. So Jordan's at 26 right now and um has picked more winners this year than I think we had last year.
Yeah.
So we'll have to tweak it again this off season, but certainly hoping I can give one more push to the finish here. Um, but again, seems unlikely. So uh hoping to create some new momentum, new juice at the Wyndham. Any final thoughts on Sedgefield? What to look for, what to expect, maybe what you're
No,
hoping
I just think
for.
it's kind of he's off early Thursday.
Very 7:30.
I think there's some excitement there. I think if he was up early, I think if he was off early Friday, that would be a really tough wake up.
Yeah.
It's nice that we can ease into things Friday or Saturday with a chance to win when we're waking up.
Yes. I
So,
think true. And just to set the pace on Thursday. Like
but
nobody's gonna be running away from him come Thursday morning. It'll be,
yeah,
you know,
the small things, the small things.
right. He'll believe, at worst he's two back standing on the tee Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And that's
That'll be a tweet for me to wake the followers up. Two back through one.
thank you for that.
Maybe a birdie. One back.
Birdie, an early birdie gets him to one back of the lead. That would be chills.
I would tweet that if that happens.
Yes, you should. Thrust GIF and all.
Yeah. My followers would eat it up too because
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's what we live for at this point is
those
hanging
early birdies.
hanging around the lead at
Yeah.
8:45 on a Thursday morning. But
The
that's what
lead's
makes
there
people
on Thursday morning for a reason. It's a pace to keep up with.
right. Yeah, exactly. Somebody's got to set the pace. Why
Why
not
not
speed?
Spieth?
Oh my God. We're sick.
Tough to say with a straight face.
Yes. No, I could not say it with a straight face. It's
We both did.
it's an illness for sure, but um certainly certainly a fun roller coaster to ride. So um well, here's to a good week. Here's to a recap pod on Sunday. Well,
It's so unserious now that it's
yeah,
not even like
it's
a
just
jinx.
say one of these times it might actually happen, but it's not going to be this week. So
No, well,
we'll see you guys next Monday or Tuesday
we
probably,
will.
but of course we'll be on the socials.
Of
Looking
course.
forward to that. Hopefully it's a birdie before a bogey. So we're not three
Yes.
back Thursday morning.
Yes. Three back through one would be tough.
That yes. That now that I've said it, I feel like that's what it's gonna be. So whatever. But until then,
Well, 10 is one of the harder holes on the property. So
that that
those-
yes, that is a good point. 11's not easy either. 12, trying to
one of your
remember the
favorite
course.
holes.
It kind of it's not the back nine's not the most gettable out of the
No, the
gates.
front nine's so much easier.
It's more the front nine, and
If he
then
can turn one under, I'd be happy with that. If he turns one under, he has a good chance to shoot 3 or 4 under for the day.
yeah, no, it's well said. You could get 17. You can get the par five.
16.
I think
Well,
13 is gettable. 11 might be gettable. I can't remember. One
I
of
could
them's the
see
par
I
three.
could see 16 being played in or 17 being 15 being played in over par this week.
It's just
I mean, a
sad,
snap hook
but it's
here, a
true.
bailout left there,
Right. Well, you
a
missed the
streaker
fairway,
right
and
into the water there, and then a
yeah,
birdie, and that's one
you missed the
over.
fairway. It's a layup, and then it's a wedge shot to
35.
25 feet at best.
Yeah.
So,
So I don't know. Wedges would be good. So
yeah,
taking the wedges to Wedgefield. Who knows? Maybe it's his
true.
time.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's just gonna work out this week, but can only hope. At least we get to watch along in full. Looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
We'll
Hope
talk
everyone
again
has a
soon.
great Wednesday, Thursday, whenever you're listening. We will see you in a few days.
Yeah, perfect. Peace.
Peace.